welcome to my YouTube channel. So I have a special, not so special guest on today.
I'm very special.
Basically, my brother has joined us today. I really want to give you guys some interesting content, and I know I've been really inconsistent, but we're back, and we're back with a bang today. So, would you like to introduce yourself, even though I've semi-introduced you?
Hi,
What's
ladies
your
and
name?
gentlemen. My name's Leon X, aka Denim Dave. This little...
Denim Dave?
How can I say? Yeah, Denim Dave. That's what the man them on the road know me as, isn't it? Like, I've got to represent everything. The good guy and the, you know, the gang. Come on. Squad.
Denim Dave,
yeah, boom. So, yeah, I'm Big Bro. We're here to talk about some interesting topics and bring some dynamics to the conversation. So hopefully you lot like what we're talking about. I'm also an artist. I do music also. I write poetry. I paint. So check out my Instagram, Art by Leon X. I'll let you boy.
I'll post all of the links and stuff in the comment section, so you guys will be able to click everything and find everything out. And if he's lucky, we'll probably use one of his songs on the intro. That's if he's lucky.
Yeah,
Okay, so what we're going to discuss today, my brother came to my house today with a subject matter that I thought was really interesting. Do you want to tell them what that subject matter is?
Subject matter is, do men and women play their role these days?
You feel like women are not playing their roles right now?
Yeah, some of them ain't.
And what
I had
is
a conversation with someone about this. That's why it was fresh on my mind. So I thought I'll come and relate to you and we can discuss it. But I think basically, like, a man's role is to provide. Yeah, you come into this world, you're raised up a certain way, you find a woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with and go into this world with, this big adventure with. Do you get what I'm saying? And that woman that you choose to go into this big adventure with is the woman that you're meant to protect, you're meant to provide for, both of you are meant to come together to make that journey easy for each other. Do you get what I'm saying? But a man's role is to provide for a woman. A woman's role is to keep a man sane and to keep him... do you get what I'm saying?
Keep a man sane.
Yeah, keep him sane, because when he comes home, he don't want to cook for himself. He don't want to wash his own clothes. He needs comfort. He needs all these things. But in order for a woman to give that, he needs to make a woman secure. He needs to provide for her, make her not worry about what he's doing, make all those kind of things. Only when a man becomes like that do I feel a woman will shine for him and let him see those kind of...
I feel like there should be a little bit of everything though. I think that women should feel like they're independent. I feel like, not even feel like they're independent, be independent, because I feel like in today's society, it's very difficult, and I personally feel like it's irresponsible to rely on a man. That's personally how I feel. I feel like, don't get me wrong, there are going to be instances where you might have to rely on your partner for certain periods in your relationship, but I think all in all, everyone needs to bring something to the table, and I feel like it's important for women to have their own.
Women don't put boundaries on men no more. We get into court, there's no courting. Yeah, it's straight Instagram numbers, the usual. Everyone's used to a certain format. Number, speak for a little bit, probably take me out to eat, probably do something nice, get to know. No, there's no courting. No one talks, no one goes for walks, no one gets to know people. Everyone wants to get into knickers, and because I'm not saying everyone, but because women don't put boundaries and they don't make things difficult for men, men have come to this consensus that as soon as a woman does make it difficult, I can fuck off and go somewhere else.
Do you know what? I feel like you took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was actually going to say, because I feel like, and it relates to so many different things, but I feel like women don't they don't really value themselves. I think I'd go as far to say that, but they don't make, what Dad would say is, they don't make themselves expensive.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this day and age, like you said, everyone is disposable, everyone is replaceable. This girl's moving tight, she's rigid. Oh, bun that, man. That's what everyone does.
I was watching a documentary of Muhammad Ali, and the guy was asking him, why does his wife cover up? Yeah, because he was Muslim at the time. And he asked the man, he said, you have an expensive Porsche, why do you leave it in your garage? Because you don't want anyone to see it. Like, everything God has made on this earth that is valuable is covered, is protected. You don't get diamonds scattered on the surface. You have to go dig deep down to get them, covered in all that dirt. You don't get gold just like that. You have to go deep down and get that gold. Do you get what I'm saying? Oil, you have to travel miles down into the earth to get it. Everything valuable and precious God has covered. So if he values his wife and he sees his wife as something valuable and treasured, and he treasures her, the woman that's going to bear his kids, the woman that's going to have his future empire, yeah, why would he want to be showing that off to the world?
I feel like women have not done themselves any favours, but I feel like men make it very difficult, and especially for young females as well. I don't really feel like when you're a young girl, your mind has matured enough to that level for you to be able to stand your ground and say, this is what I've been taught by my parents, or this is what I've learned from church, or wherever it is you've learned it from. I know that this is what I'm going to stand for, or I'm not going to sleep with a guy after 2 days, or whatever.
There's no good role models no more. That's what
there aren't any good role models. There's no good role models.
I'm a musician myself, innit? So everything that's portrayed in music these days is about money. It's about flamboyant lifestyles. It's about living an expensive life and having an expensive taste. And this is what all the girls seem to be adhering to. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you go into a guy's house to link him for. Yeah, you can tell yourself it's Netflix and chill. It's not Netflix and chill. You just seeing if he's got what it takes to get you all gushy. Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't be there.
I can't relate. In all honesty, I've got Netflix on my laptop and I stay at home and I watch Netflix by myself. You wouldn't be there. So I can't relate.
Where my partner doesn't like a female friend that I have. Yeah, but this female friend is a very good friend of mine. Yeah, and I swear to God, she's a very good friend of mine, and she's more than just my friend. She's also other people that are mutual and close to us. Okay. They're friends also. Yeah, we also do music together. But she doesn't like her. Now, that's my partner at the end of the day. Do you get what I'm saying? But you have to respect me also. Yeah. Now you, as a woman, can't, not as a woman, as my partner, can't tell me I can't have a friend like that. Because at the end of the day, there's more than just a friendship going on. There's business. There's
okay, but why doesn't she like this friend?
Because she thinks I've slept with her.
But why does she think that?
Because of just how the woman is.
Well, how is the woman?
I don't know.
You mentioned that in order for a man to play his role, a woman has to play his role, and vice versa. So do you feel like it is somewhat your responsibility to make sure that your partner feels comfortable with the female friends that you may have?
Yes, to some extent I do, because I feel like when you're in a relationship, it's a give and take. You have to sacrifice certain things, and you're not going to be in a relationship. Well, I hope people are not going to be in a relationship if they're not looking for a long-term solution. Do you get what I'm saying? Like eventually getting married or so forth. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I just feel like wasting your time in a relationship don't make sense. Yeah, there should be an aim and there should be a goal, something you lot are trying to achieve. So if she's not comfortable with certain of my friends, it depends. I have to assess the situation, innit? And I have to assess, like, why doesn't she want that friend next to me? If the friend's a girl that flirts with me a lot and is always trying to say flirtatious things and stuff like that, then she's not really a friend. She's just a girl that's trying to play the friend card until she can get in. Do you get what I'm saying? But if it's a genuine friend, and you know as a man that she's actually a genuine friend, and in your heart you have no ill intentions towards her, yeah, then
that's when you feel like
that's when you put your foot down. Because what happens with women is that the moment you allow them to control the situation, you women will feel like you can control every situation from then on. Yeah? So if we don't put our foots down on certain things, you lot will just take the piss all the way through. And so I put my foot down.
Okay, so in terms of the fact that, alright, boom, you feel like you do your part. What is your part? What is your part? What do you feel? Because I feel like, okay, let's take it back to, okay, let's say, for instance, you know, we're African. So let's talk about Ghana. Let's talk about that for an example. Back home, women, and I feel like back in the day, men used to marry women to help them, to benefit them, and to look after them. A marriage was seen as, how would I say, kind of an investment, yeah? Because women didn't, and it's not necessarily, because I know you mentioned off camera about women's rights, it wasn't even necessarily about that, but women had their roles, and mainly for a woman, your job was to look after the household and to look after the kids. So you didn't have your own money, you didn't have your own. So a man marrying you meant that, okay, you were secured for life, and there were things that you were able to get. And I feel like back then, people were happy to be housewives, and they were happy, but I think as times have changed, women have started to be more ambitious, and we know that there are places in the world where we can go and we can be recognized for many different sorts of things. So I feel like at that point sometimes it might bring problems in a relationship, because you might have a typical African man, a solid African man who wants you to cook and he wants you to clean. And if you have ambitions and dreams and you want to go out and do your own, is he going to sit around and tell me that I'm not playing my part? Does that mean I'm not playing my part?
Now, me personally, I believe women can work, women can have businesses, women can achieve whatever inspirations they want to achieve. But like I said, if I meet a woman and I'm going to say that this is my woman, then that means me as a man, I've seen it for... Now, if I do see that future even I call you my girlfriend, I have a responsibility to make sure no man shows you that they're able to provide that for you like I can. So I have to provide for you in a way that lets you feel secure that, if I'm with this guy, I'm secure. I know he will provide for me, he'll do things for me. So like, let's say you're my woman, I class you as my woman, I don't want no one else to have you, so I have to be exclusive to you. Do you get me? So if you're in need and things like that, I have to be there for you. Now there's limits to it. Women excessively take advantage, that their man's always going to be there, and so I can call him and take the mic.
But you know what, there's a feel, it's not even about taking the mic.
Let me finish.
But there's just a feeling in knowing that, you can call him and he's...
Exactly, but this is what makes the woman become a woman for you. When you do those little things, it took me a long time to learn this. I've only learned this in the last 3 years. Do you get what I'm saying? But the more you go out for a woman, an honest and genuine woman, and you do those things for her, it also depends on what society you're in. Because the UK society is totally different from everything. It's totally different from Ghana. Do you get me? Completely. Now you have to remember, some countries there's less jobs for women and more jobs for men. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's only right that the man goes out to work and the woman stays at home, because they're more likely to find work. Whereas if you go into America, it's very difficult for a black man to get work. Do you get what I'm saying?
For me, I want to have a relationship where we're equal. But I do believe there are certain things that I have to take charge on, and there are certain things he has to take charge on. For instance, cooking, making sure that the house is lit. I don't enjoy cleaning, but I'm very OCD. Hey, who calling? Basically, what I'm saying is, like, my boyfriend, he's a typical African guy, but at the same time, he's a little bit modernized. He's not as modernized as he made out that he was, but he's a little bit modernized. Now, in terms of me thinking of a future and stuff like that, I want a household whereby I'm happy to take charge on certain chores, for instance, cooking and stuff like that. And I'm happy for him to go out and work, but I also want to work. I also want to do my own thing. The end goal, he's self-employed and he does his own thing. And the end goal is for me to also be on that same wave and for us to build, so that we're both at a point where we run our own businesses and we do as we decide we do. Obviously within reason, we still got to go to work and everything like that. But I don't want to have to always feel like if I don't cook, he's not going to eat, or the family are not going to eat. I don't want to come home from work late one day and he's sitting here and kids are sitting here and nobody's... Start
from the basics of roles, and then you build up.
I think he's got to be... I think men have a lot of responsibilities and there's a lot put on you guys. And
what was a man made for? When God made a man, what did he make a man for?
I know why he made Eve. Listen, I'm Eve. Okay, I know why I was
why did he make Eve?
Because poor old Adam was so sad and so lonely without Eve that God had to take his rib, and make a beautiful, beautiful Eve for Adam to enjoy. Not just enjoy like that, but as a companion, a partnership.
Okay, a partnership. So the first thing you said is that Adam was sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and God took a rib out of him to make Eve for companionship. So therefore to make him happy. Yeah.
So I feel like, okay.
So listen to this. So as a woman, one of your roles of why you were made was to comfort a man. Yeah, because you're the yin and the yang of us. We're the yang. We're very temperamental, very hot-headed. You're the other side of a man that can calm him down. Yeah, because when a guy's angry and everything and his woman comes to him and tells him to calm down, it's totally different from anybody else telling him to calm down. Do you get what I'm saying? You're the yin and the yang of us. We make decisions sometimes, but then you bring a comfort inside towards a thought process that we weren't thinking about. And then you bring some love into the decision we're making, or some compassion into our decision. You know what I'm saying?
So to make him happy.
To make him happy.
To comfort him.
To comfort him. And in return, he's meant to protect you and make you feel that same way in order for you to want to do that more.
Okay, so
then you build up. So then if you have aspirations that you want to achieve, he's trying to make you happy. So he's meant to help you achieve those aspirations. And just like if he's got aspirations, you're meant to help him be strong in achieving them. When he feels weak on his feet, you're meant to help him get up. And the vice versa, the same for you. But everything's done as a team. So your business ain't your business, it's you lot's business.
I
and vice versa. Do you get what I'm saying?
I feel like, I don't know if you would agree with this, but I feel like it's better in a relationship. The way I would want to see it is, you've got my back and I've got yours. And I think a lot of people are out here in relationships having their own backs and worrying about their self first. And I think that if you've got your back covered, if I've got your back covered, you've got mine. Do you understand? And I feel like having somebody on the outside sometimes look out for you is better than you yourself, because you having your own back, you might not see things as they would. Definitely. So two people together having each other's back, that's an unbreakable bond. But I feel like part of the issue is that you got your back and I've got mine. I'm too worried about you doing something and you're too worried about, I don't know, everyone's just worried about something. So nobody's able to devote themselves fully to the relationship. Where you were saying that love, like, you know, why Eve was made for Adam, to love, to comfort. And in terms of a man, his role is to protect a female.
Yeah, to protect and also provide love and comfort.
And see, I wanted to touch quickly on like a social media aspect and stuff. And, you know, because you mentioned about friends and her not wanting you to have certain friends. Sometimes I feel like it's within a man's responsibility to make sure that a woman doesn't really have to worry about these things, because in all honesty, no woman wants to be checking a man. We don't want to have to be checking you lot every 24 seconds. Want to get his apple pie. We don't want to be checking no one. It's not. Move up a little bit.
This is what I'm talking about, and this is the thing I mean. It's like when you provide for your woman, she will look after you. Women are just going to give you headache no matter what you do. Yeah,
and so are men.
Yeah, my brothers.
Let's get that out there.
They're always gonna give you headaches. So
and my females, if you all men are gonna give you stress.
Yeah, just make sure you're able to tolerate her headache. You get me? Because that's the key. You have to find a way to tolerate the headache. Otherwise, you're just gonna be going through relationship after relationship after relationship.
It's true. The grass is not green on the other side.
You need to find one that you want, yeah, and then find the flaws, deal with them, learn how to find a coping mechanism, yeah, to cope with that. Once you do that, life will be much more easier for you. Because women are always going to be techie.
That's and men are just always going to be silly. And do silly things. Like, no, you know the thing is, yeah, a lot of men will turn around and say, oh, you're not my mum and stuff. So why am I always checking you? Why have I always got to put you in your place? You should know. I shouldn't have to go on your phone and see pics of you and another girl, or go on Insta and see comments that I don't like. I shouldn't have to do those things. But you should already know and respect me enough that those things aren't done, because you have your role and your responsibilities. For me, in terms of the relationship.
And you're totally right.
And
but
if you want to do
listen
those
to this.
things and I decide not to cook one day, then...
One of those roles, yeah, is... What did you just say? My phone, innit?
Oh,
yeah. We didn't get the contract together. It wasn't a joint account. We didn't both put our fingerprint on the phone and get it. So why are you going through my phone? It's my personal belonging. It's the one part of me that's private.
Okay,
now, if I'm cheating on you and I'm chatting to girls on my phone, it will end up showing in our relationship.
Not always.
Yeah, it will eventually, because then somebody's going to want more time.
Yeah, but
they're going to be belling off my phone. Then somebody might call and you might hear something. But for you to be going and fishing for things, yeah, if you find...
Sometimes you fish when you know something's up.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just want to get it out there.
But listen, if you fish, I tell women this.
If
you ain't going to do nothing about it, don't mention it. I hear what I'm saying to you. You've got an ultimatum in it, yeah? You either stop chatting to girls, or you give me the pin for your number, I'm gone. Because you obviously don't treasure me like that, or you obviously don't respect me like that. And
you mentioned, okay, so let's say I say to you, alright, if you don't stop chatting to them girls, I'm bouncing. Okay, cool. He said, alright, I'm gonna stop talking to all of the girls, babe. Only you that I want. Cool. Then we're moving on. You claim that minds can be changed. And I know there are a lot of people out there that will say once you cheat, always you cheat. So why do you believe that someone's mind can be changed?
I just believe it's like, if a man sees a value, we're not dumb at the end of the day. Yeah.
Really?
Sometimes.
I mean, no offense to you.
No, sometimes we do dumb things. Yeah, but men see value in women. And if I see value in a woman, and this is why I think men just behave. The man, you have to. It's just so techie, because I'm saying men. Yeah, but you've got different walks of life. You've got roadman. You've got men It's deeper than just men.
Different
you
cultures,
got roadmen.
different religions,
You got men that
ideas.
work. Yeah, you got men that are in family businesses and family orientated. You got men that are Muslim. You got men that are Christian. You got men that have no religion. Do you get me? All these things influence the way people think. Do you get me? You've got boys that were raised in family households. They saw their mum and dad together. Yeah, and if you look at it, most of the time, it's those kind of people that understand what it means to support a woman and be there for a woman. So they tend to go to university, imitating what their parents did, going to university.
But I feel like even in some of those situationships, shall I say, a lot of those people end up, life isn't easy, relationships aren't easy, and marriage is definitely not easy. And I think that especially in an African household, I'm not speaking for myself, but especially in a lot of African households, although they are married for a long time, the relationship is pretty much dead a long time ago. So a lot of young boys and young females will see that, and so the females will think, okay, I'm just going to tolerate everything a man's going to do as long as I have my husband home and my kids fed. And the man's going to think, I'm going to keep my wife there, but I'm going to do my thing on the side. But we're going to be together, but we're going to do our thing. So I feel like even if you have positive influences on your life, it doesn't always turn out the right way. And I think somebody who has had an absent father, who has had an absent mother from their lives, we shouldn't take that as a reason to not be able to know what love is and how to treat someone. We should know it more because we haven't had it. Do you get me?
To some degree, because, okay, like, I wasn't raised by my mum. I was raised to my mum for a certain degree, and then I went to Ghana when I was 5 years old. Yeah? So being raised in that atmosphere, it took me a long while to learn how to be affectionate towards a woman, in the sense of, obviously I know how to do that, but I know how to treat a woman. How to be nice, how to be kind. I'd never taken a woman out. I'd never been cinema with a woman before. I felt there was no need for me to do those kind of things, because I never had that motherly love as I was growing up, to understand that this is how women are. I need to be soft, or I had to learn that stuff for myself. Do you get what I'm saying? So me learning that, I've grown up with it in a different way to other people. Then I went to Ghana when I was 5 years old. I had to go through all of that. So I have different experiences, you get me, that make me who I am. Hence why I think the way I think and I do the way I do. Everyone's different. Yeah. Do you get me? But at the same time, yeah, look at where you find your men. Yeah? You ain't gonna go and find a ripe piece of fruit in a dumpster.
You know what? I went to church the other day and they were talking about fruits that fall from their tree, and how a rotten tree can't produce good fruit, and a good tree can't produce rotten fruit. You're not gonna go to a dumpster and expect to find a diamond necklace.
It's true. Do you get me? Or expect to find the right fruit. You have to go where they are known to be ripe fruits, and even then you have to search, because some of them on the tree ain't ripe. Do you know what I mean?
Ooh, some bars. So, when you just deep it, and you're like, the bars, the ripeness. That is, woo.
Do you get me? Because some fruits are on the tree and they're not ripe. Some will get disease. Some will be eaten by animals, so they won't even end up, how can I say, blossoming into the fruit that they're meant to, even though they come from a good tree. Do you get what I'm saying? So just because men or people come from good homes, or they come from good backgrounds, doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be good people. Do you get me? You have to take time to study this person, to understand the person, to think about what their good morals are, what their ethics are, and things like that. Those are the things of where you're going to determine a person. And there's a saying that I read once that was, men are not judged by wealth, but they're judged by actions.
Word. And on that note, we finito for now.
Yeah, you better call Chinawai. I just said we're gone tomorrow now.
Yes, please, for our true followers and all of that, and our Ghanaian brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you found it interesting. We did go off on a tangent, but so what? We discussed some interesting things, and we're definitely 100% gonna be back with another video, right?
Yep, and the next one we're gonna do after that one, we're gonna do a live one because we want to take some phone calls and take some comments and see what's up. So we're gonna hook up everything and we're gonna get back to you. That would be cool. Some serious things will happen.
Serious things will happen. Like, you haven't seen my comment.
This is just taster.
This one,
just to add a little bit of spice in your life. But the next one is pepper.
It's pepper.
Scotch bonnet, shito. Serious this
that one day when you finish and you go toilet.
Serious things in your stomach, eh?
Hey, assemble.
Charlie. Assemble.
So you say in English, I say in
problem. Like, oh, damn.
I said, no, you exit and I'll I'll do that. You do the exit in English and then I'll.
So what's the? Oh, okay. So like, thanks for watching the video, guys.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, we hope you've enjoyed everything, and we hope that you lot will tune in to watch our next video. As usual, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, per se, muninya say next video, I must share video no so. Media chino yeah basa Martin crying dodo. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. So yeah, peace. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, and holla back.
Yes, bye. Felicia.